Cue trailer.
You have agreed to cancel the tax of the farmers in Champaner if they beat you in a game of cricket.
Yes, sir. If they lose, which they will, they will have to pay the Queen 3 times the tax.
An epic musical. Filled with spectacular dance performances.
Hey guys, how you doing? It's me, Sandy, your YouTube movie buddy. Today we have 246 Lagaan. I'm going to talk about the bad, the good, and my impressions of the movie. And then we're going to go to a guest, BH Uncivilized, see what you guys have to say. Let's just start off with the bad, shall we? Just get it over with. This movie takes an ungodly amount of time. It's a 3.5 hour movie. This is a 3.5 hour movie. I mean, if this was like Gone with the Wind or Ben-Hur or something, then that would make sense. It's longer than it needs to be, in my opinion. And a ensemble movie with quite a large cast. And some of the people can start to feel kind of one-dimensional at times. They do well in their comedic roles of what they need to do, but they're really not fully fleshed out characters. Also, as a sports movie, it hits every single beat. You know what it's going to do when it starts. And I think that's indicative of all sports movies and a kind of a problem. Now let's talk about the good, because that's what we're here for. It had amazing choreography and the dancing music. It's called a musical in the trailer. Beautiful dancing, beautiful colors, wonderful music, like I hinted to in the intro. The performances were pretty good, actually. I really enjoyed the performances of the main guy, Amir Khan, and a couple of the other main key figures. It was well done. The cinematography was pretty good, and I had a good time watching it. My impressions of the film is it's well made and it's worth the watch. But here's what I want to get to. So this is the IMDb top 250, right? Like, this is supposed to be the best movies that there are, and this is like number 246. So we've gone through 5. Yeah, that's just 5 so far. And of those 5, 2 of them have been Indian sports movies. That's an incredibly specific category of movie, because it's not about the best movies, the top 250 movies that have ever existed. It's about the most popular according to IMDb voters. So for my first impressions, I'm going to be spending a lot of time comparing it to Chak De India, which is the other one I made at 250. So if you wanted to go onto that and look at what that is, then you can also do that, and it'd be a really good, you might get a lot more out of this video by watching that video. So I'll give you a moment to go watch it. Okay, perfect. Thanks for coming back. Okay, so what's really interesting about this is made in 1890. This is set in 1895. It's made in 2001, but it's set in 1895. So by comparing Chak De India to Lagaan, you're able to get 2 versions of India, one today and one in the director's vision of what it was in 1895. So the first thing that I really noticed by comparing the 2 is religion. There's really hardly any talk of religion in Chak De India. In Lagaan, it talks about the Hindu religion. It talks about 2 of the gods. There's an entire song talking about one of the mythologies and one of the stories around the 2 of the gods. And they pray to the gods, and it's so much more a part of the film. And the other thing is politics. As you remember me talking about in Chak De India, there was such a focus on India as a country as opposed to separate provinces, and I think we see why here. And the movie talks about how one tribe would fight against another tribe, or one province would fight against another province, and the British would kind of play them off against each other and try to get them to fight, and then kind of run a protection racket for both of the political leaders. So yeah, all in all, it was a good movie, kind of worth the watch for me because of Chak De India. I wouldn't have put it on the IMDb 250, but it's not a bad thing if you're into Indian things, or if you're into Indian film. Or foreign film in general. Now we're going to see what you guys have to say. So I'm going to turn it over to BH Uncivilized. He's got a great channel.
I don't like cricket. Oh no. I don't like cricket, actually. I really don't. It's boring. It is very, very boring. I would rather watch paint dry. Nay, I would rather watch a photograph of paint drying whilst waiting for a bus in the desert than watch cricket. Now, obviously, that's an exaggeration, but still, it's pretty boring anyway. But luckily enough, Lagaan is not about cricket. It's a story of perseverance. It's a story of digging deep and striving your best to overcome insurmountable odds. And it uses cricket and a little bit of history between Britain and India to tell that story. As far as Bollywood movies goes, I will put this nowhere near my top 10, but it's still worth checking out, I believe. It's worth checking out if you're looking to get into Indian cinema. It's a very popular film. Or if you're very used to Western films and you just want something a little bit different. It's easy to get into, not overly complicated, great acting from Amir Khan and the rest of the cast, so worth checking out for that reason. I am BH the Uncivilized. Please check out my channel for more of me. Big thank you to Sandy.
Tell me about it, Stir.
Not that Sandy, that Sandy, for allowing me to be a part of this. Till next time.
Yeah, man, I've never, ever had that joke happen before. Hey guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all at 2:45, which is The Killing by Kubrick. Finally, my first Kubrick. I'm so excited.